Okay, we are live. This is Omnibros Live. I am your co-host tonight, OmniDog. How's it going, everybody? Hey now. With me tonight is Omar. Omar, how's it going?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Good
Yeah.
night. Good night.
You
Uh,
have some serious toys in the background where you are right now.
oh yeah, this is my basement, and so yeah, I got I'm surrounded by um well anyway, lots of figures, lots of things from my childhood. Things I
That's
couldn't afford when
awesome.
I was a kid, things I couldn't afford when I was a kid. So as an adult, I went a little overboard.
Nice. Well, you're a man after my own heart because that's the way I am too.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So
so this is your first broadcast with us. You're a big time broadcaster on your own. What's your YouTube channel?
it's called Near Mint Condition. Um,
I love that
and we
title.
Thanks, man. That's a kind of it's more about our age. We're in near mint condition age, or at least we like to think so.
Well, you're not my
But
age. Our hair is completely different color.
well, I've got two girls, so I'm sure it won't be long.
Yeah, your hair will be going gray with two girls.
But yeah, we have a weekly show. We usually pump it out usually every Thursday, about 11 or so Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about the same thing. So you guys do more of anime, video games, and comic books. We all come from different backgrounds, but I'm more of the comic book guy because I've been collecting for quite a while now, off and on. You know,
And so you have
sometimes
partners in this broadcast?
yeah. There's four of us that do it. Four of us that have known each other for quite some time. Like my buddy Rob, he used to write video game magazine like articles and things like that. I come from more of the comic book background and toys, like when I used to review toys for Beckett Anime Magazine
Oh,
years
nice.
ago. It was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
Good.
Uh, but now I kind of slowed down a little bit, took a break, and then decided to do the YouTube thing, and been just catching up, reading comic books again. So that's nice.
Nice.
It's one of those relationships off and on, off and on. You know, sometimes they just piss me off so much that I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with you,
Comic
X
books
Men.
too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm done with you. A certain title, right? Like, oh, I'm done with you, X Men. You did me wrong, and then I come back. I
They
always come
always
back.
come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so the format is Gabe's going to be joining us in a little bit. He's running just a tiny. He's actually not running behind. He altered his work schedule so he could be on with us. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Okay.
you got to like that attitude. Um, but the format's usually we talk about our hauls, what we got this week,
Okay.
what we read this week, and then after the three of us are done talking about that, then we usually launch into the topic, which is Harley Quinn tonight. And the insults are already starting for me on the chat. Didn't just have that silver mane when he was a baby. No, I did not. I had a full head of black hair when I was baby. Baby dark side, that's right. Um, so why don't we, did you buy anything this week?
I did. I was working in Toronto this week, and I went to a few comic book shops. I didn't find much of the American or European comics, but I bought two manga that I needed, and it's
Oh, cool.
Gantz Volume 26. This is the one that's out of print, and it goes for a ridiculous amount of money. And 28, which is still in print, but it was only $3, and then this one was three as well. So it was a good deal. Um, and then I got some of my in stock orders in when I came back home. So that was nice. That was the follow up to the Carthago. This is the Carthago Adventures.
Oh
See
yeah, I
the
have that book. I haven't read it
yeah.
yet though. That's
Well,
good.
I haven't read this one. I read the one about the giant shark, the original one. So humanoids, love these
Right.
guys,
Yeah.
and I got these two, the Nick and Dent cells at 50% off, or 52 or 54, whatever percentage I had off last week. So and managed to get these two. So
That they were damaged.
yeah, but I can't
You can't
really
find
tell.
anything.
Just a little bit of a nick right there. It's not a big deal. I do worse damage after reading one of my books, so it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, they're a good deal.
Yeah, I look forward to those. I've only had one of those that came in really rough, and I think that was was it Grant Morrison's Sanith hardcover volume 4?
Mm.
Like it was kind of slipping off of the cover. But other than that, it's been pretty good, man. Just a couple of bents here and there. Not bad,
Yeah, I've had good
50%.
luck on their damage sale too.
Yeah, I really like. I'm an in stock guy, so I have
Yeah,
been
me
for
too.
many years.
Yeah. Well, we can whip through what I got. I got 2 shipments this week. This first thing I got, because I got them in trade paperback, I'm sure there's going to be a hardcover announced in 2 seconds. But I got all 5 volumes of Birthright. So that almost guarantees that there's going to be a hardcover next week.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I've heard nothing but awesome things about this book, so I decided it was time to get it.
Have you read any of it yet?
I have not. No, this is a blind buy, but it's based on numerous recommendations. Have you read it?
No, I haven't. I've heard nothing but good stuff about that too.
Yeah.
I do a lot of blind buys myself based on, what people say and things like that, or what's hot. 99% of the time, I agree. Every once in a while, I'm
Right.
like, I don't know what the hell people are talking about. This book sucks.
Yeah.
Of course,
Sometimes
when
you
I
gotta
recommend books too, it's probably the same thing, to each
Yeah.
their own.
I lost this book in the flood. This is JSA: The Golden Age.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. And then I loaded up on Rebirth. I'm building a huge library of Rebirth stuff.
Going for the hardcovers or the soft?
I'm doing both. I got 1, 2, and 3 of Green Lanterns. That came highly recommended.
Yeah, I like that run.
Okay, good. And I got, didn't get the greatest reviews, but I wanted it anyway. Superman Action Comics.
Man, I really like that book.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
It's like 90s Stan Jurgens fun. I know it doesn't get a lot of love, but I really enjoyed it.
Well, as long as we both like it, who cares?
That's right.
And Superman Reborn. Rebirth.
So is that Superman Reborn? Was that a crossover during the New 52, or is that the crossover during Rebirth?
It's a Rebirth book.
Okay, so is that standard hardcover size, or is it oversized? Okay, so it's like the Suicide Squad, Justice League crossover book.
Correct. Suicide Squad.
There was a Justice League Suicide Squad book that was smaller. That kind of
looked at it. Yeah,
irritates me. Ugh.
Yeah, that book's
so OCD about that stuff.
That book's so thick. It really should have been an OHC. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Legends of the Dark Knight, Jim Aparo, Volume 3.
Yeah, love that guy.
Aparo, yeah.
Miss that guy.
Saucer Country. I've been waiting for this since Mitch O'Brien told me about Saucer Country and how great it was.
Is that Paul Cornell?
Yeah, exactly. And
he wrote 2 of my favorite episodes of Doctor Who, and was Captain Britain in the MI-13. That series was awesome. I haven't heard about that book though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. And this is a total Valiant blind buy for me, Britannia.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
No idea. But it's supposed to be good. So they were cheap. And I thought, what the heck? I don't care. They're like $7. So my favorite comic book, Lady Mechanica. I got the latest volume of her. I love Lady Mechanica.
I didn't know there was another one. That's the one by
came out.
Is it Benitez that draws that?
Yeah.
Joe Benitez? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I've got the first one.
It's his book. He writes it. He drew the first one. I don't think he does draw this one. Yeah. He does pencils in this one. So that's good. I love Lady Mechanica. So
I have never read it. I just bought it because I liked his art, and his art took me a long time to really get into. He was one of those guys, like back in the 90s. I never, nothing more than a Jim Lee or Mark Silvestri kind of ripoff. It wasn't until later on, like I think when he was doing a couple of DC fill-in issues for Justice League, that I was like, okay, I remember that name. The guy's art's a lot different, though.
It's published by Benitez Productions, which is... It just says Benitez Productions. We got a question, who publishes it? just says Benitez Productions. So I guess he does it. It doesn't say anything about IDW or anything else. Just Benitez Productions.
Huh.
I don't see. We had a question who publishes that, and I don't even. He must have a distributor, I would guess. But this just says Benitez Productions. And the last thing I got was the long-awaited Marvel 2-in-1 Volume 2. I have Volume 1, and I've been looking forward to Volume 2 forever.
What's been the gap between those?
Years.
That's what I
years
thought.
and years. Years and years and years.
I'm just glad it's still coming out.
Yeah. So I don't buy a lot of Masterworks, but that's one of the Masterworks that I bought a long time ago.
Yeah, I sold my Masterworks when I think it was when Amazing Spider-Man Omni, the first like 2003, whatever year it was. I was like, well, I think it's time to upgrade, because at that time I thought they were going to release like one Omni a year per character, right? Holy shit, was I wrong.
Just look at October 4th. October 4th, we've got about 15 books coming out.
Well, no. I meant like back then I thought like Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 would come out in 2003, 2004, and then next year it'll be Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2. And I was doing the math in my head. I'm like, well, holy shit, I could just replace all my Masterworks and just get the omnibus. Like, right. I had no idea if I was gonna have to wait years.
It'd be 15 years before number 3. Yeah,
man, it's crazy, and you think about it, how much life has just changed in the years that these things started coming out. And my first one was Uncanny Volume 1. Because I was like, I'm not getting these omnibus things. These are ridiculous. I already own them in comic book format, and I broke down and got it because I got it really cheap. And I'd opened that flight, never went back.
Yeah, I don't know what the scheduling. I don't know how they schedule books at Marvel or DC. These Golden Age ones from DC are coming out lickety split now. All of a sudden.
Yeah, we're up to what, Volume 5 of Batman?
I think that's coming out next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
Solicited. Yeah. I think
as long as they map it correctly, more power to them. Like.
Yeah. There's still a question as to who prints Lady Mechanica. Somebody, Gabe, what are you doing commenting if you're not here on the show?
Wait, you said that he's self-publishing it, though? You said it was Benitez?
It says Benitez Productions, www.joebenitez.com. I don't see anybody else's name on this. If somebody else is distributing it, they're not getting credit for it. Because I just am not seeing it. I think he must be.
Weird, for an independent book, I figured most people would try to go the Image way, but might as well with your name already out there. Cut the middleman out.
Super independent.
Well, good for him.
Yeah. So how about, what did you read this week? Have you had a chance to read anything?
I did. On my flights from Toronto and to and from, I caught up on Deadly Class, which, have you guys, I don't know if y'all ever talk about Deadly Class. That's one of my favorite Rick Remender books. It's
yeah. I love that book.
Man, I caught up on all of them, and as you know, well, a little bit of spoilers, like, each 16 or 17 issues, I guess they're going to do another semester, another year of a brand new class of students. So I wasn't expecting issue 17. I finally caught up, and it's like, oh shit, all these characters are dead. I don't want to read about these new assholes that are coming in.
Oh, I haven't got that far. You ruined it for me.
Well, how far are you? They're up to like...
I trade weight stuff. I don't read anything new.
Oh yeah, it's been out for a while though. I think they're like volume 6 or 7 of the trade.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, I didn't tell you who died. I'm just saying.
You said they all died.
The characters I liked, but yeah, I love that book. And then I caught up on all the X-Men books that have been coming out since X-Men Prime.
Okay, so you buy a lot of floppies still?
No, I go the digital way, and
okay.
I trade weight on sometimes, and then if I like it enough, I'll upgrade to the hardcover or omnibus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is normally what happens. Like, I think I know we're talking about Harley Quinn, but I'll probably be upgrading the Gotham City Sirens books for that Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens Omni that's coming out, I think, early next year, right?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be in March.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'll definitely be doing
I'll be
that.
talking about that book later on in the show
Oh,
because I
okay.
love that book.
Yeah, I did too. That's good. But yeah, most of the time I read them digitally, and if I really like them, I'll go ahead and get pick up the trades or collections.
Okay.
But most of the time, for like recently, the X-Men books have been just, you know, okay.
Just
I
okay.
can, yeah, I can wait. I can skip the trades. I'll just skip the digital copies.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Deadly Class was what I read, and I caught up on X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold, and Astonishing, and all that stuff. So I'm good to go. I really like All New Wolverine, though. Talked a little bit about that, I think, with Riley when he was on a couple weeks ago. I think that's one of my favorite books that have come
Oh,
out of
okay.
the new X-Men titles. I never thought I'd be digging that title, but I really, really like it. You, man, what'd you read?
I reread and bookmarked all the Easter eggs in Black Hammer. I read this because I got a request to review it from our intern Nick Munoz, but I don't see him in the chat. He'll be here soon, I assume. So I reread Black Hammer, which I loved. I read a Humanoids book, Muse. Now I can show you some of the artwork. It's got flipping great artwork by Terry Dodson. The artwork's the best part of this book because the story was, I don't know, I've been reading an awful lot of humanoid stuff recently that's been an awful lot of drecky nonsense. This book was fun though because of the art, and I mean I guess I understood most of it. I may reread it.
You sold me on that page alone.
Yeah. He knows how
your
to
target audience.
He knows how to draw women, that's for sure. I mean, it's an easy. I wouldn't pay $50 for this book, but I got it for like $11 off of Amazon, and it's beautiful. So I want to reread it before I review it. It's a little steampunky. It's got sort of a wacky ending and a premise, but I think if I reread it, I might like it more. I read the Harley Quinn Omnibus.
Wow, you already read that? I just got that in like I think 2 weeks ago.
I cracked it open as soon as I got it. I couldn't wait to read it.
Now that collects the New 52 run, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I believe issues 1 through 15, and then all the annuals.
The Power Girl miniseries, Power Girl /
correct.
Harley miniseries, yeah.
Sorry, 0 through 16, Secret Origins, Harley Quinn Annual, Future's End, Holiday Special, Valentine's Day Special, Invades Comic-Con, San Diego Special, and as you said, Harley Quinn and Power Girl. So this was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Harley Quinn's Little Black Book, I read that. I went crazy on Harley Quinn as soon as I found out the show was going to be about Harley Quinn.
So you did your homework.
I sure did. Gotham City Sirens. I reread that.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
And the art on those first couple trades. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
With Gilliam March.
Yeah. And the Kessel and Dodson Harley Quinn. I read that.
Yeah, that's the series that I've read before. That was good.
Right. This is a classic series that this book ends on a major cliffhanger. So I was a little frosted.
What does that one collect?
Let's see.
I'm surprised they haven't released the omnibus of that series because I think it only lasted like 38, 36 issues. So I'm not sure why they haven't cashed in. Okay, that's what I thought.
And you said there was like 30 issues?
Like 36, 38 issues. Yeah, but it went past the Carl Kessel run.
Right.
Can't remember who took over afterwards, but
I have all these in floppy form, and since this thing ended on a cliffhanger, I may just break out the floppies and read that so I can at least get the cliffhanger figured out.
Right.
Then I read Harley and Ivy.
I forgot about that series.
Yeah, that's great. It's with Paul Dini and Bruce Timm.
Yeah.
Let me show you some of the great artwork in it. This is a classic also.
Now that one takes place in the Batman animated series universe, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
So this is some more of what it looks like. Yeah, I really dug this. And last but not least, speaking of Batman adventures, Mad Love, the classic Mad Love. I have this in floppy form, but I also had to get the deluxe because I'm crazy that way.
So all these years, I didn't know this. I just found out recently. I thought Harley Quinn's first appearance was this thing. The Harley Quinn story, right? Batman. But come to find out, collectors go after, what is it, Batman Adventure 12? Because this is her first appearance in the DC universe, right?
Right. I think it's Batgirl Adventures.
Or is it Batgirl Adventure? Okay.
Yeah, number 12.
I know it's Batgirl on the cover. So that's the one that collectors go after, not this book.
Correct.
Whether it takes place in the Batman animated series universe or not, they still consider that the first appearance of Harley Quinn in printed format, which I guess makes sense.
Correct. Yeah.
I thought I could sell this book and retire, but I was wrong.
That's still a valuable book if it's the first printing. That's a really cool book to have. Yeah,
this is the ones I've actually held on to for years. Like there's I sold a lot of my floppies years ago, and there's some that I kept, like the first appearance of Deadpool, and I can't ever let go my Uncanny X-Men run, and then this one here. So yeah, I thought that one was like, hey, first appearance of Harley Quinn. Wrong.
Yeah, I had 7 or 8 of those issues that I picked up a few years ago. I had them slabbed and then I sold them to fund my retirement Medicare fund, because my wife's 4 years older than I am, and when she goes on Medicare, I'm on my own with Obamacare if it still exists in 3 years. So that's what I
always move to Canada.
Yeah, that's true. So I used it to fund my investment to help pay for medical costs because I'm so old.
There he is.
Yo,
hey, dude. What's happening?
What's going on?
What's your hat say? Invader Zim?
Invader Zim. One of my favorite cartoons of all time.
Chad, Gabe, or Jess, did you ever watch Invader Zim?
I have not.
It's pretty crazy.
It's trippy. It's out there. It's
a short-lived series.
Yeah, it's a Rick and Morty before Rick and Morty.
Gabe, but do you have headphones or something? We can't really hear you that well.
Oh shit! Let me bring my microphone back up to the
Oh,
table.
okay.
How's that?
Yeah,
better.
Much better.
Sorry.
That's all right. We want to hang. We don't want to miss any one of your golden words.
Oh man, you never know what's going to come out of my mouth during these shows.
No, I know. We always have a side bet going, so.
read the cross, everybody. Read the cross.
Oh, right. I won. I said it would take you less than a minute.
Yeah, so I was watching in the car. I watched YouTube videos, like shows, on my drive home from work every day. So I was watching you guys.
That sounds safe.
Yeah. Watch long enough for Omar to destroy everybody and spoil Deadly Class for everyone.
I said the characters I liked are dead.
See, if he's
that motherfucking book was
that.
out 2 years ago. My bad.
So we just got.
Oh, Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. And Vader's Luke Skywalker's bad.
It ain't my fault you ain't watch that damn movie. That movie's 10 years old at least.
So we just got done with our hauls and our reads. so you're just in time.
Cool, because I didn't buy shit this week.
You didn't? Okay.
No, there's nothing I wanted new last week.
Okay.
So I'm just going to kind of squirrel away my money for a little bit and be prepared for October.
Yeah.
October is rough because I forgot that the Akira box set's coming out that in October as well.
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like another. I think I have mine pre-ordered on Amazon for like $100. So
right. Didn't that get pushed back a little? Did it get pushed into October?
it's middle of October, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
They're still on the release schedule for Kodansha's site, so I'm excited about that book.
So the only thing I picked up and read was the what is this? It's actually a single issue. Action Comics number 987.
I mean, I have a question. I thought I watched a video of you saying I sold my single issues collection.
That's true. I actually borrowed this from the store I work at.
Okay, Barbara.
I'm not buying this shit. No. I mean, this isn't shit. This is actually a really good comic, and there's a lot of kind of controversy coming out of this book right now. So,
Really?
all because there's a scene where Superman jumps in front of the bullets of kind of a racist character who's trying to,
right. I read about that.
yeah, which is weird because it takes away from the actual like reason this, the actual controversy they built into this book on, which is the reveal of who Mr. Oz is revealed in this book.
Oh, don't say anything. I haven't got there yet.
Oh, I thought this was the spoiler episode.
You're gonna ride my ass about that, right?
I'm gonna write that. Second, son.
I haven't read it either, so I guess
No, this is a good book. This is cool. It's gonna it's this, and then there's gonna be some really cool stuff coming out for Doomsday Clock. It'll be coming out pretty soon. So
I saw that.
Now, is that a one shot or is that part of a crossover? The book
what
you
is
were
this
holding
book?
up. Yeah.
This is a part of a crossover. Not a crossover, but like a an end title series. This is the Oz Effect Part 1. It says.
What's
Okay.
Doomsday Clock going to be? Is that going to be a separate series, or is it going to be within the titles?
I think it's within the Superman title, and that's the Watchmen stuff. Or the next step.
Okay.
Series.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, they just revealed a cover, and it's Lex Luthor sitting at his desk, and you can clearly see Ozymandias' arm on his shoulder.
And there's like a Watchman button right in front of him.
Yep. So a lot of people hate the idea, but I love the idea of DC using Watchmen more, especially with that new, or not the new, but before Watchmen.
I don't want to second guess anything. If it's done well and done interesting, I'm up for it. So I'm not going to second guess anything.
Yeah, I learned through my life to not base my opinion on nothing. So I definitely want to experience all this stuff.
I would like to add that I am the same way. Like Watchmen is such a sacred story that it should never be touched again. But then they do before Watchmen. Now they're doing this. And normally I keep an open mind, but then Frank Miller reminded me not to always have an open mind after doing Dark Knight. Jesus Christ. I don't know if y'all read that. The second one. What was it?
Dark Knight Strikes Again. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't even. I stopped reading halfway through this one, the Master Race.
No, I have a second or Batman's Dark Knight Strikes Again because I have the absolute for it.
Oh, they included it, yeah.
It's in the absolutes. But I remember reading the singles as it was coming out, and it was weird as fuck. And then, flash forward, 20 years later, I read an article that said Frank Miller was writing that as 9/11 happened, and then he completely changed his story to make it kind of crazy and nonsense.
He got paid a lot of money for that story, so
I'm sure he gets paid a lot of money to do Dark Knight 3, which is bullshit, but yeah. Oh, and then in honor of Jess, I got some double stuffed Oreos.
Nice. The only ones you should be eating. I can tell you from experience.
That video on all those exotic, quote unquote, exotic flavors of Oreos, and I don't. My favorite one they had was birthday cake.
Oh, I
Oreos.
I didn't find that one.
I don't think they make them anymore. But you suffer through like and pie Oreos,
Peeps Oreos, blueberry pie, apple pie, s'mores, cookie dough. Yeah, some of those are some of the flavors. Red velvet cake. Those are some of the flavors I taste tested on my channel.
You guys are really adventurous with your Oreos. I play it safe.
Yeah,
I do like golden Oreos though.
Yeah, it all came back to well, I tried lemon. Lemon Oreos were good. They had a good Oreo crust and lemony filling, so those were good. But, oh, there was a key lime pie one that tasted so sour. Yeah, I did that just because I was tired of doing comic book reviews and I wanted to do an Oreo taste test review. But it convinced me to go back to comic books. I mean, my tongue went numb. I was so sickened by it all. I couldn't, I mean, the tip of my tongue actually couldn't feel anything for like an hour.
I just remember watching you're like, oh, this might be really good.
Yeah, some of those I couldn't even chew the first bite. It was so bad.
I just don't see how they come up with some of these flavors. Like I said before, I think they're going to come out with like black jelly bean Oreos or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a third grader's in charge of picking their flavors. It can't be too hard to get a job at Nabisco.
It'd probably be like Cheez-Its Oreos or, you know.
Oh, coconut Oreo thins. Now those are good. I've tried those. Clarknado says he's had coconut Oreo thins. Those are good. I did. If you gotta like coconut though. Some people don't. Why don't we? Do you want to launch into our topic, or do you want to bullshit some more? I don't care.
Yeah, we don't go by a script around here.
Yeah, wait. Yeah. So you guys are talking about cookies. And you mentioned the lemon Oreo cookies. So I'm not a big lemon fan, and my friends and I do a yearly like boat trip, and their one job is to get me golden Oreo cookies when they go to the grocery store to pick up shit to eat. And these bastards picked me up some lemon cookies, and I was drunk, and I took a bite out of one, and even in my drunken haze, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like a 5-year-old kid, I threw it. It's like it's the worst thing to expect, and I'm totally setting myself up here. It's the worst thing ever to expect something going into your mouth like a chocolate chip cookie, right? And then biting into like an oatmeal raisin cookie. Fuck, I hate that feeling.
You just, we're so just like tricked and disappointed and played on something like that.
First world problems, man.
Yeah, Tyler Blunt is the one that got me started on all those Oreo cookie things because he tried Oreo PB&J and said they were awful. Then we had a cookie chat going within the Omnibus group. We were talking about cookies, and it just made me want to experiment. And I made homemade peanut butter cookies, and that was a better choice. That is what I should have stuck with.
Now that I can get into.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah, those were way good. I had all the ingredients on hand. Didn't need to leave the house. So it was awesome.
What's your favorite junk food?
Mine?
Yeah.
Probably what you're holding in your hand. Well, if you have the Oreos in your hand.
Oh, okay. I probably got in my hand. I'm sure you.
If you got the Oreos in your hand, that's my favorite junk food.
Yeah, I love Oreos. I also I kind of just ended up picking up or getting into like a taste and a craving for Rice Krispies treats again.
Oh yeah, those are classic.
Yeah.
Let's see. What did you do with the rest of the Oreos, OmniDog? That is a good question. I donated them to the old folks' home where my wife works. They're going to have a taste test of their own, and I don't know if that's a good thing I donated them or a mean thing that I donated them, because lots of them were vomitrocious. So it's kind of a trick that I'm playing on the old people.
That's fucked up.
I know.
But
But it's gonna be fun. Take these Oreos in and have everybody try them.
now I'm sure those old people are so hopped up on different medications that they no longer have taste buds.
Yeah, that might help them.
Maybe.
They might think they're good.
I always like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Reese's Pieces. Those were always my favorite.
Those are good.
And you put them in a blizzard. Shit. Any jogging I did out the window, man.
Blizzards. I want a blizzard right now.
Yeah, I remember when they did McDonald's had the McFlurries, but they had Rolo McFlurries.
Oh yeah, Rolos.
Oh, Rolos were in there?
Yeah, they had one for a while.
I remember those.
Rolos are great.
So I went to Canada to work in Toronto. I then realized that there was a lack of Butterfingers up there.
Oh,
I didn't know if we have any Canadian listeners, but is that true, or is it just around the Toronto area? I couldn't find any Butterfingers.
That's a reason not to move to Canada if they don't have Butterfingers there.
Yeah, fuck free healthcare, no Butterfingers.
Yeah,
oh, thanks, man.
How am I going to take advantage of free healthcare if I'm not going to kill myself on Butterfingers?
Yeah. What good is that?
But they got Tim. What do they call it? Timbits out there.
All right, Lloyd said he's from Canada. All right, Lloyd, do they have Butterfingers in Canada, or is it just Toronto?
What's a Butterfinger?
What's a Butterfinger?
He's British, so he doesn't count.
Oh man.
Oh man, it's when you have a good time at a strip club and.
Oh, he says they have.
Oh, he said they do have them. All right, I must have been in the wrong city.
We're moving back to Canada then.
You need the right connections out there.
Just Toronto.
Yeah, there's probably like an underground layer of Butterfingers. You have to know a guy who knows a guy.
Right.
Smuggling them. I thought I was going to get in the business of smuggling and shit like that to Toronto. Just like for a flu shot.
Yeah. Rob, you definitely count. You're like one of my biggest fans, so you definitely count. Don't get your British knickers in a wad here. I'm just kidding. Butterfingers are a candy bar, like Clark bars. It's a candy bar, Butterfingers. You know what Clark bars are?
Bart Simpson.
Yeah, Bart Simpson ate them all the time on Simpsons.
Right. That's right.
I didn't realize, but I just found out recently that there was a house out here in Las Vegas that was built by the Simpsons Corporation to look like the Simpsons house, the actual Homer and Marge Simpson's home, and was given away in a raffle like 25 years ago.
Oh, you're kidding. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah, it's still out here. The person who won didn't want the house. They took like the $75,000 cash prize instead of the house.
What's a Clark bar? So I live in Kentucky, and there's a small little town over here. Did you guys ever read Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Isn't every town in Kentucky a small town?
Yeah, just about. All right, Vegas, chill the fuck out. Anyway, there was a contest to give away the DeLorean from Ready Player One, right? I don't know if I'm stepping into spoilers here, Gabe. If you read Ready Player One, there's a movie coming out. But the guy that won the DeLorean lived in this one little bitty town that my wife worked at a high school, and she would pass by this DeLorean, and she had just read Ready Player One. She was like, surely that can't be the DeLorean. Maybe the guy just had it modded to be. No, but the guy ended up winning the contest. Like in a little bitty town here in Kentucky. And I think he ended up selling it.
Jeez, I would have kept anything that I won like that. I always wanted to win the Batmobile from Taco Bell.
I would just go around that DeLorean and pick up underage girls. None of them probably know what the DeLorean is.
Well, this conversation just went dark.
Holy smoke. So Harley Quinn. How about that Harley Quinn?
I love that it was detailing you were like underage girls.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm losing control.
Keep it together, Jess. Stay
I
on
know.
target.
I'm
Stay on
trying.
target, buddy.
I'm trying. Our topic tonight is Harley Quinn, all things Harley. Gabe thought it would be a good idea to talk about Harley because Saturday is Harley Day instead of Batman Day. Saturday's Harley Day, where I guess all comic shops, you can speak to this, Gabe. What comic shops are going to be giving away Harley stuff? Are you working Saturday?
I'm working Saturday, but I'm not sure if we're doing Harley Quinn Day or not. No, let me take a look and see what kind of shit they're giving out for Harley Quinn Day. I'll look it up in general. But the topic is every year they do Batman Day. But this is the 25th anniversary of Harley Quinn, which just sounds, makes me sound old as shit. Thinking that Harley Quinn is 25 years old and that Batman the animated series is 25 years old, you know? So
yeah, that was, what, 92, right? When she first appeared in that Joker episode?
Yeah. So, and then they just put out a Harley Quinn 25th anniversary book. I think that came out this week. I think that's on IST and everything. But yeah, I mean, you know, last week was the big omnibus that came out too from Harley Quinn. There's just been a lot of big Harley Quinn push. It seemed like this was the best time to go ahead and start speaking about, you know, Jess's favorite comic book girl.
Woohoo!
Really? Your favorite comic book girl, huh?
She is, yeah. She's my favorite, probably, comic book character. I love her. And DC considers her the fourth pillar now, so they're going to be pounding the table and pumping the Harley Quinn stuff out like crazy.
Like the Marvel Deadpool stuff?
I guess so, yeah.
I saw some titles being renamed.
By, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I saw that, you know, like what we were talking about earlier, the Gotham City Sirens. Like when that omnibus comes out, it's no longer Gotham City Sirens. It's Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens.
Oh,
that's what the omnibus is called. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like they're doing with Deadpool and X-Force. But man, I don't give a shit. They can throw a bunch of Marvel 90s goodness and put Deadpool's name on it. I don't fucking care. I'll buy it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, especially with that X-Force omnibus. I know they changed it to be Deadpool in the X-Force.
Right. I think they're throwing in his miniseries.
Yeah, just the fact we're getting a second X-Force omnibus. I mean, you could call it. You call it. You know, Gabe picks up underage girls in DeLorean omnibus. And I'll still buy it.
I can think of at least two buyers for that book.
Yeah.
You and me.
You guys are close.
So it looks like they're putting out a bunch of like reprints for Harley Quinn Day, but it's reprints where they're taking like Batman out and putting Harley Quinn in, kind of thing. So they have like a reprint of the Killing Joke, but on the cover is a beautiful cover. It's your normal Killing Joke cover, but instead of Joker holding up the camera, it's Harley Quinn holding up the camera.
Oh, so they're just redoing the covers then?
I think they're just redoing the covers. Is what it looks like. I'm trying to.
Wait, so are they free, or are they charging you $4.99 for the Killing Joke, or however much? What are we talking about?
Let's see. They're selling it. They're not giving away shit. They're giving away like a Harley Quinn mask.
Let me see what Third Eye's doing. That's my local. Comic book store. Let's see what they're giving away.
Doomfella said his dad won the RoboCop car from KFC. That's fucking pimp.
That is really cool.
That's just a normal car then, right? Or a normal cop
Shut
car.
up. Yes, it was. Well, when was that? It was a year. Like the prototype was a year before the car came out.
Okay, yeah. Free Batman Day mask. 20% off all Batman-related graphic novels and stuff. Come in Bat cosplay and be entered to win a special Bat Day prize bundle. Special Batman and Harley Quinn Day special edition comic. Free Batman comic. First 50 in line receive a free Batman Day, Bat Day, good blah, 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 activity sheets, buttons, and more. Okay, it's a bunch of stuff.
So the book that you're talking about, Gabe, that has the redone, I assume you're talking about the Brian Boland cover where he's Joker's second picture. Is that like a deluxe edition, of The Killing Joke, or what is it?
I'm trying to find out more. It's just it's impossible to find this shit online. I don't know why they make this so hard.
Have you tried Google?
Damn it! I was just looking it up just through.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah, I was using a dog pile.
Yeah, Tom King will be at Third Eye to sign books that day too.
Wow, you have a cool comic book shop.
Yeah, it is really cool.
I know you hate crowds and stuff, Jess, but are you going to bear it and do that?
No, the crowds I'm gonna take on are tomorrow at Baltimore. Against my better judgment, I'm going up to Baltimore for the day, and I'm gonna meet a lot of cool people from the Omnibus group. But
Awesome.
as you know, I hate crowds, and it's gonna be plenty crowded there on a Friday. So I'm gonna get a few signatures. It's only gonna be open 6 hours. Get a few signatures and have dinner with John Wilson from England. He's coming over. He's already here, as a matter of fact, on his tour of America. And one of the stops is Baltimore, so I'm going to meet up with him. But no, that'll wipe me out for the weekend. I won't be able to go to Harley Day.
Who are you meeting up in Baltimore? Like creators that you said you can.
Right. Paul Miotti and Connor to sign my Harley Quinn book. Stan Sakai. Wait, I have a list right here on my iPhone. Nope.
This guy's a really nice guy. I've met him a couple times.
Cool. Stan Sakai, Terry Moore. I'm going to have him sign my Echo book. Irredeemable. I'm going to have Mark Waid give me the royalties he owes me. Green Lantern, Green Arrow Absolute. I'm going to have Denny O'Neil sign that. Hope Larson. I'm going to have her sign my Batgirl. And Charles Sewell's going to be there. I haven't figured out what I want him to sign yet, which means I better figure it out now because I'm leaving first thing tomorrow morning.
You're not going to have Terry Moore sign your Strangers in Paradise?
Yeah, I thought you had a hardcover recently.
I believe it's already signed.
Wow.
I will open it, though, because I thought it was signed and numbered. But I'll open it and double check before I leave. I've got Echo waiting for me, though, on the getaway table that I grab as I launch out. Yeah, so those are the creators. But I think there's lots of creators, but I just don't know how many I'm going to be able to see in that short time frame. I know Frank Miller's going to be there on Friday only. I'm too scared to go see him.
What's he charging? I'm sure he's charging, right?
Probably. I can't afford Neil Adams. I'm not going to go buy some guy who's going to charge $25 for a selfie. So I'm not doing that.
And his prices keep going up too. That's crazy. And I love Neil Adams, but
yeah, I don't know. My love affair with him is grown cold. Grown cold, rather.
Oh, you must have read the what was it, Crucible or whatever, the Batman
the Odyssey. Yeah, then I read his in Harley Quinn. He draws a thing in Harley's Little Black Book. He draws the Superman episode, and I don't know. I just don't dig his art anymore. He's really just really rough with no nuance anymore. It seems like his artwork's very harsh now compared to what it was when he first started out. Of course, when he first started out when I was a kid was back in the 60s, but it was much more nuanced. It seems really harsh now to me, his artwork, and I'm just not as into him as I used to be, which is why I hate all the re-inking that he did on the Batman Omnibus, because it's re-inked in his modern style, and it's just not for me. It's so harsh. I don't dig it. So no, I'm not going to be seeing him there. Oh yeah, Matt Kent will be there. Yeah. So that's who I'm seeing at Baltimore. I'm sure there's going to be tons more. I just don't have the energy to see everybody that I want to see.
It sounds like you got your schedule booked up.
Yeah, I know who depending on, of course, that's going to be coordinating. They're not going to be there all day. They're going to be there for like an hour at a time. So I have to coordinate, unless Stan Sakai sits there for the whole day, which I kind of doubt, but I don't know.
It just might. Depends on what kind of thing they got going on.
Yeah.
They might just have everybody there at once. But either way, that'd be cool. Tom King for sure. You should meet him. He's a super nice guy.
I met him and saw him twice at AwesomeCon. That was good. He was great. I really liked him.
We got to just keep badgering him until we can get him on the show.
Yeah, he lives near me. I could get him live.
That'd be cool.
That would be.
We before he got really big, Robert Kirkman lived like 20 minutes away from us, and I used to have a podcast. Like, he actually showed up one time and talked to us. He was a really nice dude. Now he's all like Hollywood, Robert Kirkman, and
Hollywood Kirkman.
Yeah, dude moved out there. I don't fucking blame him. He left Kentucky.
Scale of 1 to 10, how important is it I get the Harley Omnibus? 10, 11. This is when she was really clicking on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders. The first 16 issues plus the specials. This is the best of Harley Quinn right here. The second half is pretty good, but not as good as the first half.
Yeah, I like the Omnibus. I didn't have a chance to read all of it yet, but I have a small complaint that they keep calling it like the Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti Omnibus.
Right.
Because I know they wrote it, but I mean, Chad Hardin did out of the 16 issues in that Omnibus, he did at least 10 of those.
She doesn't even draw those issues, right?
No.
She just draws the covers. Yeah.
Because I remember she did draw the Power Girl stuff back before, right after Infinite Crisis and stuff. But I don't know. I was a big fan of her Pro. Do y'all remember that book, The Pro?
Yeah, the Hooker Superpowers. Yeah.
Yeah, love that book.
Where is
that's when she first caught my eye. So I was hoping she'd draw more, but yeah, I was flipping through it. I haven't read it either. And it looks like she just did the covers, and I think maybe some of the Power Girl Harley Quinn miniseries.
No, I don't think she did.
I don't think she did
Didn't do that either.
No.
Damn. Okay.
Which is what it's a small complaint, but I'll just say they get this huge top billing where Chad Harding is just a small little name on the cover.
Yeah, Justin Gray wrote some of this too. It says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, him and Jimmy Palmiotti were writing partners for Jonah, which is a great series. I love that series.
Yeah.
I miss Jimmy Palmiotti and Joe Quesada. I don't know if anybody else does, but
oh, dude, yeah, of course on
his inks on Joe Quesada's art. Oh my god, it was like Scott Williams on Jim Lee.
Yeah,
Terry Austin,
John was amazing.
Yeah, I miss those guys.
Ash looked great. Their Daredevil run looked great.
Yep. Then they had a falling out.
Did they? Is that what happened?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but I mean, it cost him to leave Marvel. Now he's a DC guy. Hasn't gone back.
Here's some of the artwork from the Harley Omnibus. Here's some of the artwork that we're talking about. Let me see if I can get some of this Chad Hardin artwork going. He does Harley very nicely.
I think his artwork is what kind of, or his imagery of her is what made her so iconic right now.
I think you're right. Yeah, he put into pencil and ink what they had envisioned for her, and it's really good.
Yeah, Stephanie Rao did the Harley Quinn Power Girl stuff.
Right, and I think that's a guy. I think it's Stefan. I'm gonna find out tomorrow because I want him to sign this too. So I'll figure out if it's a guy or a girl. I think it's a guy, but he and or she is French.
Stefan
Roux.
I always thought it was a dude.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I thought so, but you never know. So here's some of more of the artwork. So the artwork's great in this Harley Omnibus, and the book is. I think the book is, how you throw spaghetti against the wall and what sticks you write about. They throw everything against the wall, and even what falls they write about. So it's tons of stuff is in the Harley Quinn Omnibus. she's doing about 40 different things in every issue. So you kind of have to keep up with it. It may not be everybody's cup of tea because she's so many different directions, but I love how bug house crazy she is and not evil. She's kind of an anti-hero. So I really, and I don't know why I'm talking like this, where every time I talk, it goes up. I don't know. But she's an anti-hero, and I really dig it. She's like a force for good in her nutty way, which I like better than evil Harley, who's the Joker's girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's just me.
A lot of her stories in there too is about like animal treatments and saving animals and fun stuff like that. She has a wiener dog, which I absolutely love that idea.
Yeah.
Her and Poison Ivy's platonic lesbian relationship, whatever, is really really kind of like forefront in the series as well too, and things like that. I think
that's been going on for a while, right? Like,
yeah.
But it's like way up front. It's not ambiguous anymore or anything like that, really.
Oh, like Shatterstar and Richter, when Fabian Nicieza was riding them in X-Force, and then Peter David said, "Fuck it, we're going on a secret adventure."
I think Rob got pissed that they made Shatterstar gay, or that he came out gay or whatever. I just like how they had it in the book where Strong Guy kept making fun of him, like, "Hey, you like Gladiator movies?" Like,
yeah, absolutely. Strong Guy. Man, I missed that damn book. Sorry, Jess. Back to Harley.
What's that? No, that's fine. I don't care what you talk about.
You're talking about X Factor. I miss
That's
Peter.
fine.
This book.
I'll talk about Harley while you guys talk about X Factor in the 90s or whatever. It's fine.
Hey, this was the recent X Factor run by David.
Oh, okay. You can
it.
tell how much I read X Factor.
Oh, you need to read that book, Jess. Like, seriously.
What's that?
You need to read that book.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you like characters like Harley Quinn, like taking a C-list character and making them just
X Factor. For some reason, I thought you were talking about X Force. X Factor. Yeah, I love that book.
We were at first, and we jumped over to X
Factor. I was going to say, if you like babies, then you should really read X Factor.
Okay, yeah, X Factor. Right. I dig that series. I've read a little bit of it, and I really dig it.
Yeah, it's solid. So you mentioned that Harley Quinn used to be nothing but Joker's girlfriend, right? And that's the way I remembered her, like from this book and then onto the No Man's Land storyline, up until like I think, yeah, like when I guess it was Carl Kessel's first run, the first series, one of the yeah, that one right there. I think that's the first time that she kind of broke out and did her own thing. That actually she did end up leaving the Joker, didn't she?
Yeah, in this
one
book,
of those issues.
Yeah, in this book, and this is Terry Dodson's kind of cartoony work. He cartoons it up. It's not as
it's not as good as a Muse.
Yeah, it's not as cheesecakey as Muse, which I know you're getting as soon as we hang up from this call.
It's already in my Amazon cart for research purposes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is this is a little more focused book than the Palmiotti Connor book, but yeah, this focuses on her breaking away from Joker and having had it with him. But I liked this book a lot because I just thought the writing was great. It was fun art, and I'm not one to read deep into Harley Quinn. I just look at it on the surface, and if it's fun and goofy and not too many people get killed, then that's fine with me. I mean, people are getting killed left and right in that Harley Quinn omnibus, which is fine. I mean, that's what Harley Quinn is. But it's not. Well, yeah, no, it is. It is. What's the word I'm looking for? What's that word? For no good reason, people die. What's that word?
Gratuitous?
What was it? What'd you say?
Gratuitous?
Gratuitous. Good job. Exactly. Gratuitous. Yeah, the death is gratuitous, but I don't care. It's still fun. And if you want to see Harley and Ivy like tongue kiss, you just need to read DC Bombshells, where every single issue is each of the women are pairing off with each other in every other panel. It's
Oh,
like
now I understand the obsession with the statues.
Damn,
yeah,
somebody told me that, I would have bought that book a long time
there
ago.
are the
shit.
statues right in the back.
Yeah, I was like, man, he really likes those designs. Okay,
Yes,
now
I
it
do.
makes more sense.
No wonder everybody thinks that's softcore porn statues you got. 'Cause it's kind of it.
I got giant fucking robots behind me. Gabe's got like Thanos and Apocalypse, and you got all these honeys behind you.
I got the bombshells behind me, exactly. Yeah, the bombshells goes where no comic book goes, and they are just everybody's hooking up left and right in that book.
Damn.
Yeah, it's some book. And then Omar and I talked about it.
How is that that deluxe? The Terry Dodson, Carl Kessel stuff. How is that?
It's really good. My only complaint was I told this to Omar was that it ends on a cliffhanger. It's only the first 8 issues, and it ends on a major cliffhanger. And I'm like, okay, when's the next book coming out? And probably not till next summer or something. But I like it. The writing obviously is really solid. It's very focused, and it's got great art. It kept me interested, but it's still lighthearted enough and goofy enough.
I love Terry Dodson. His art's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. It is something. Actually, let me show you the book that I showed Omar that got him to already order the book. It's called Muse, and I read it this week. It's got Terry Dodson at his cheesecakey best. There you go, right there, Gabe.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, he knows how to draw. He can draw women really well.
I just think that these artists who draw like beautiful women must be just surrounded by beautiful women or something. Or
You'd think that, but you see a picture of a guy like Adam Hughes, and I don't see him as a bitch magnet.
yeah. Or what about Michael Lenser? That guy, man. You know who Michael Lenser is? The guy that does Dawn?
Dawn.
No, I don't.
Dude, I'm gonna back when I had a podcast, I can't remember who we interviewed, but whoever it was drew beautiful women. And I asked the question. I was like, do you ever just like stop in the middle of a drawing going, man, that's a pretty good drawing. And you know, I don't know, touch yourself a little bit.
You ask him if he polishes the rocket to his drawing?
And the guy lost it. He was like, I can't believe you asked me that. That is the weirdest question. I said, dude, you agreed to come on the show. So damn it, I wish I could remember who it was.
Oh my god, what a great
But he was
question.
pretty cool about it. He was like, no, I haven't done that. But I guess you have.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. That
Yeah.
is really hilarious. The other book that I think is probably the best Harley Quinn is the Paul Dini Guillaume March.
Gilliam March. Yeah.
Gilliam?
Gilliam. Yeah.
Guillaume?
I'm saying it like I know how to pronounce it, but I don't.
Okay. I think it's beautiful, and it's really well written with the 3 sirens in it. This is one of the best things money can buy, I think. Just how great the art is, and how great the story is. And I'm really excited that it's coming out in omnibus form, and I'm really excited, and I'm going to keep a very open mind to the fact that they're going to be making a movie out of it. I hope it's as lighthearted and fun and interesting as this book is.
Live action movie, or is it an animated movie?
I think it's live action. That's what is in. I think it's in pre-production now.
Yeah, it's like the Harley Quinn spinoff from Suicide Squad.
Right.
That might actually be good.
Yeah, and I like Tony Bedard's art, and he's
he's the guy that wrote it, right? Like after Dini left, he wrote the last 2 trades, I think.
Let's see. This says Paul Dini wrote the 2nd book, and that Peter Calloway wrote the 3rd book.
Oh, okay.
But did Tony Bedard write some of it too? Let's see.
Yeah, because I think he left after issue 50. I know I was disappointed when he left because he left way too early. It was around the same time that he left Detective in Gotham City.
You're right. It does give him writer's credit with Peter Calloway. on the third book.
Yeah, those Gotham Siren hardcovers were pretty hard to find and got pretty expensive for a while too.
Yeah, now I can't give them away. Well, I'm going to try and give them away because I want the omnibus. Now they're, I mean, they're great books and a great read too. And
I have the first volume. I got to try and get rid of it too because I'm gonna get the Omni.
Yeah, that's going to be a great Omni because this material is fantastic.
Yeah, that was a series that ended way too early. But in a way, I guess, we did get New 52 Harley Quinn out of that. So
yeah.
Otherwise, they would have kept going with this.
Right. Yeah, this was right up until New 52, right?
Yeah, I think it got canceled like a year before.
Yeah, I got canceled before that.
But it was a good run. I liked it. I miss Paul Dini. Like his run on that, and then what was it? Gotham City Central something. I can't remember what it was called. It was awesome.
Cool. All I have to do is clear my throat and my picture appears. Look at my pictures. Okay, there we go. That's Gotham City Sirens. So yeah, it was great.
Not sure what Gabe's looking for.
I'm looking for that Batman book you were talking about. I think I had it. I'm trying to figure out the name of it.
Oh yeah,
Gotham.
It's like Heart of Hush. Those storylines that continue.
No, that's different. Heart of Hush was inside Batman itself. The other one was a
detective
separate book.
Yeah, it was a spin-off book after that. After Batman died, so it was definitely after Batman R.I.P. So I picked this up, Jess, because I haven't read. I read the first few issues.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read anything past that of the Rebirth, and I'm a sucker for these deluxe hardcovers.
Aren't they beautiful?
I really hope they continue doing them all that way, because I will, as long as they keep pumping them out, I will buy them all. Maybe.
Yeah, no, those Rebirth hardcovers are amazing. They're very well done. They're thick and fatty, and they got great covers, and then they got great.
The price is good, man. $35 for 13, 15 issues. That's really good. Shit, we get omnibus that have less issues than that for $100. So I'm good.
Yeah. Do you want to show some art from that? I didn't bring that one down. I have started that.
So that's the cover by Amanda Connor. Then it's got the first page, and then of course the beautiful inside cover. Unfortunately, like I said, Amanda Connor doesn't draw any of this. Just who is the artist on it? I think it's John Timms. I think is who did it. Yeah, it is. But actually, a lot of the art I'm digging. Yes, it reminds me a little bit of Amanda Connor. Yeah, John Timms, that's the artist. But there's some great artwork in here. And I read just the first couple of issues, and I'm digging it. I dig Deadpool, and she's very similar to Deadpool, and I'm okay with that. It works. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of Joe Benitez. You were talking about him earlier. Yeah, see, I dig that angle. It's really good. And oh my God, yeah, the back is maybe the last half of the book is nothing but the variant covers.
That's awesome. That's kind of they were missing out of the omnibus. The omnibus didn't have that much back matter
because they didn't have that many variants. Then for some reason, it's like the '90s all over again. They're bringing the variants back, and some of them are beautiful. Some of them, I can't remember which one I found in here. I'm like, man, I'd love to buy that print. Maybe it was either the Tony Daniels one. No, and then I found some of the things like this, like Scott Williams. Scott Williams hasn't drawn in so long. I'm so used to him being an inker. Who else did I see in here? There's somebody.
The ones are the best ones out there.
And of course, they're still cashing in on Michael Turner covers. Guy's been dead since 2008.
How's that happen?
I think either somebody he did a sketch for somebody, like a fan, and I don't know if DC editorial went out looking for these things, or they just take a picture that he did and recolor it because they own the rights to the character, so legally they can. But it happens a lot. I wasn't aware of this until recently. I haven't seen Tom Rainey draw anything in a long time, so it was nice to see him on the cover. But anyway, that's what this is like, so I can't wait to finish it up. This collects the first 13 issues, I think. of the DC Rebirth series. Let me double check. Yeah,
I love that wrapper cover on that thing. It's
I do
great.
too. Yeah.
1 through 13. So yeah, it's good. I'm digging it. Only thing missing, like I said, I wish Connor would draw. Be nice to have an issue here or there.
Yeah.
But-
well, I'll ask her about it tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna meet her. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say,
She's
listen.
probably gonna give you the. Why should I draw? Do you know how much money I make? I'm Amanda fucking
Yeah.
Connor.
They actually
Jimmy
did-
Palmiotti just followed me on Twitter because I posted my my Harley Quinn Omnibus video on Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Nice, nice.
Here's a comic that I have that's in the safe deposit box, the Adam Hughes variant of
Yeah, you have to have that put away. That's a big book.
#1. Yeah, I have that in the safe deposit box. That's crazy.
We have one at the store that's CGC'd at like a 9.8 for like $1,200 or something like that.
Woo!
That's a big book.
Yes.
Man.
I got to get mine CGC'd. Add it to the Medicare fund.
Indeed, huh?
CGC is the way to go.
That's cool, man. Whatever floats your boat. Man.
Well,
I ain't nobody to judge.
anything else on Harley?
I think that's all the books that we've covered for her, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the, I guess, animated series stuff that, well, I think you showed some earlier, though. The Bruce Timm kind of stuff with Paul Dini.
that stuff's great. That stuff's great. I have the Harley Quinn sideshow statue. That's really awesome. I love that statue.
Oh, let's see that.
Let me see. I have it right here, actually. Fuck, I'm gonna drop it.
Don't drop it.
Damn, she's big.
I don't know if you guys can get a good angle on this.
Nice.
That's a big statue. It's a companion piece. There's a Joker one that goes with this. And this is like, I have the exclusive where you can take the head off and you can put on a different head with her without like the skull piece on it, just her with her blonde hair. Yeah, I love that statue.
All I have are the 2 by Shoujo statues, like the original Harley and then the New 52 Harley.
I want the original Harley statue they put out where she was sitting on the deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I always wanted to get.
That one's nice.
Yeah, they're cool. They re-released it and stuff, but I love that statue, the one there on the cards. But
Jess, what Harley statues do you have? You just have the Bombshell?
I have the Bombshell. Then I haven't, the Batcave's still under, I mean, I've got all the books in on the Batcave. I haven't, after the flood, I haven't brought the statues down yet. But I have several other statues, like CoverGirl statues. There were 3 or 4 CoverGirl statues that I have of her. I have a Bashuju. I have one of those of her. Mm-hmm. I've got a couple of smaller ones that are like animated Harleys with her and her pop gun. So yeah, I think I probably have about 6 statues of her. The only one I have here is the Bombshell one right now. Yeah. You can see up in the corner right there.
Yep, I see her.
Which is the only one they haven't re-released, and it's fetching a pretty penny on eBay.
Gets tempting sometimes.
which Bombshell do you have?
All of them?
All of them. As a matter of fact, I have all of them, but we're talking about the Harley Quinn one right there. That's the only one they haven't reissued. They reissued Wonder Woman and Poison Ivy. And so the prices came down on those on eBay, but the price is still fairly high on this Harley Quinn Bombshell. Oh, and I just got a new one that I haven't picked up yet, which is an exact reproduction of the cover. Well, there's lights, so you can't see the cover that's right up there. Of her riding the bomb. She's riding the bomb down with flames coming out of the bomb, and there's a new statue of that, and I just got that, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, that bombshell one, the other one you were talking about, somebody sold one to the store recently.
The one that's in my background here?
The one in the background, I think one of the guys I work with bought it for his girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That's the one you're saying is out of print, right?
Yeah.
When I know Harley's been popular pretty much forever, but at what point or what was the catalyst you think that made her like the crazy superstar she's become recently? I was thinking the Batman Arkham Asylum games is what really put her into like the public eye.
It's a good theory. Maybe I was thinking more like the New 52 book that had just come out.
That's when I discovered her. The New 52 plus the Bombshell statue, that's what really got me going on her. Although the Bombshell statues didn't come out till like 3 years after the New 52 started. It was the New 52 series that got me into her. So, and I only played the first Arkham game. The second one was too much of a sandbox for me, so I didn't finish it. But does she play a major role in those Arkham games?
She was there as a Joker's girlfriend. There was even, I think the second one had a downloadable content where you played as Harley and did like a couple missions as Harley.
Ooh.
And that's when they kind of introduced her with that kind of different outfit and, little shorts, skirts and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I guess she was supposed to be pregnant in it too or something. But I think that's...
What?
Yeah.
She was pregnant in the game?
You find a pregnancy test that's positive. And there was
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Those Arkham games are amazing, man. I love those games. Especially the first one. The first one was just a classic. It was written by Paul Dini, the first two.
I liked the first one. The first one I was able to complete. The second one was just too big for me, and
Arkham City?
Was that the second one?
Yeah.
That's what it was called. Yeah.
I hated having to complete all the side missions before I could complete my regular mission. That's just, I'm more linear. I don't like having to do 5 or 6 things before I get to the main thing. I like, solving it and moving on. That's me in video games.
You like Super Mario Brother levels. 1-1, 1-2.
Yeah,
1-3.
that's exactly right. Yeah, I'm a old school Pong player, so I like mine simple.
You just follow the narration of the story and keep going.
Right. So you guys want to take some questions from the audience? If our audience wants to chime in on any questions, we have Omar here as our special guest from Near Mint Condition, and Gabe of Gabe Infinity Watch, who's my co-host on this.
Yeah, we got Omar now. He's our new backup Omnibro.
I'll take it.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, no, it's great to have you, dude. Everybody seems to love you when you come on, and then you spoil shit.
One fucking time. Oh, man.
Yeah, and me and Omar at one point did a Sunday Omnibro show before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he was testing the waters, making sure I wasn't going to fuck up anything.
Gabe, did you see the Alex Ross Fantastic Four sketch today?
I did see that. The fucking costumes look great. I don't know who Alex Ross is using as a model for Reed, but he looked just like the actor they got playing Black Bolt in the series. But I'm excited. I mean, we pretty much know the Fantastic Four is coming back because of that 2-in-1 series. So finally, we're getting some really great confirmation of things coming out.
It's my favorite pod racer from Star Wars Episode 1. Anakin.
Which is the better Harley run, Amanda Conner and Palmiotti or Kessel and Dodson? The better one is the Kessel Dodson, but the more fun one is the Palmiotti Conner one. So I like them both, but for different reasons.
That's what I'm saying. Depending on what you're looking for. Do you want like a hardcore series? Because that first Harley Quinn one was almost like a detective noir kind of storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great in its own right, but then the New 52 stuff is just fun, goofy. I mean, how they did an issue where you scratch yourself with weed.
Right.
So let's see. Pipeline for custom binds. Clarknado. I think I'm going to do the Extreme X-Men Chris Claremont run. I know that run gets a lot of hate. And Avengers Academy. And continue working on my post-Death of Superman, and Return of Superman omnibus. That's what I'm going to work on next.
Do you bind them yourself?
Yeah. Like, I send them off to the Houchin library to get them down. But I map them and bind them, design the covers and stuff like that. I started doing it like I got. I think my first one was Excalibur. I did that whole run. Just picked the books that I knew they would never, ever, ever put into an omnibus. But here's where I'm going to lose all my credibility. I fucking love The Crossing. Avengers The Crossing. I know people hate that.
Whoa.
I know, dude. We all got our weaknesses. You like to pick up underage chick, but shit, you know, I ain't judging you.
Wait. Who does it?
Nobody admits it on live YouTube. Anyway. And I was about to bind it. And then about 6 months later, as I was getting it all ready, all these issues, all these shitty issues that I had ready to bind, Marvel announced that they were going to do Avengers The Crossing Omnibus. And fuck, day one, bought it.
Nice. Well, hey, do me a favor then and start putting together a Silver Surfer bind so that Marvel will put out an actual omnibus of Silver Surfer.
Oh, you're talking about the 90s stuff?
Yeah, I'm talking about Steve Englehart's, Roger Marshall's, Starlin and stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe none of that stuff has been collected in Omni format, and they never reprinted his omnibus.
Yeah, that omnibus that's the Silver Surfer omnibus and Astonishing X-Men are my two like whales that I absolutely want to find, but I'm not paying $200 a pop for.
I'm surprised Astonishing is another title that I thought they would reprint. You know, we got new X-Men reprints, so why didn't we get that one? Astonishing is one of the best X-Men titles ever.
I was going to say, Astonishing is right up there with new X-Men, if not better, depending on, what kind of a reader you are.
Yeah, I'm more of a Whedon reader, so I really enjoyed his run more. But yeah, custom binding is fun. Mainly trying to find books that are obscure that nobody, like I said, none of the big two publishers wants to ever bind. It's just a lot of work sometimes, mapping it out and then finding the issues. Because I like to do also trades as much as possible if I already own them or if I can find them really cheap, and then single issues or parts of single issues that set up the storyline or the part of the crossover and things like that.
This says, Omni, what's the fave statue you own? Okay, I'm going to go get it and show you why I love it. Just a sec.
For that Extreme X-Men run that you're doing, do you have the issues or do you have the trades?
I've got both, but I'm so lazy. I'm just like, well, if I can find the trades really cheap, I'll just get the trades. That way I can just bind the trade paperbacks.
I think all of them are pretty, easy and cheap to find and stuff. I think Volume 4 is like the expensive one.
The Mechanics miniseries is the expensive one, and I've got that one already. But that one, yeah, it's $30-40.
Because my shop has all of them, but 4. I was like, fuck, I would have bought them all. The 4 was there.
This is Mira Bombshell.
Oh, that one's cool.
I love her because of the detail. She's got painted toenails. Give me a break. That's awesome detail on a Bombshell statue.
Well, I think the sand. Like, that's a lot of work to put that sand down there, too.
Yeah, with a sandcastle, and got a nice face there. She's not hitching a ride. She's holding her her pitchfork, or what am I thinking of? Her
Trident?
Trident, exactly. And it fell, but fortunately it didn't break. But she's also got painted fingernails. So this is my fave because of the detail in it. And I'm going to put it back or else I'm going to knock it over again.
That's a lot of work those 8-year-old kids did at the factory.
You got to have small hands to paint those toenails, man.
Exactly. You got to do it right or they're going to burn your feet.
That trident's made of serious stuff. I've dropped it 3 times today and it hasn't broken.
Rob McClay wants to know Butterfinger or Clark Bar.
He didn't even know what a Butterfinger was.
Didn't he also ask what a Clark Bar was?
Yeah.
Oh man, Miller and Morrison's trade on Flash. I may leave that out, Clarknado. That wasn't a very good run.
Cleveland Brown wants to know, question for Gabe, any chance for a crossed omnibus? Man, I wish. I think that'd be fantastic if they did it, and I would buy it in a second. But I think I talked about it before, where I think Avatar is having some serious issues. In the most recent issues of previews, they're not soliciting anything new. They're just blowing out like $5 trade paperbacks and stuff like that. So I don't know if that means anything, but that usually doesn't really signal anything.
I worry about companies like that. Like IDW also wasn't. I think IDW also had financial issues, and I love a lot of their IDW stuff.
IDW's picked up a lot of new IPs though, so I think they're doing pretty good. I wish they would do more original stuff though.
Like Lock and Key.
Yeah, more stuff like that. Which I've never read it, but still, I want them to do more original stuff. I mean, granted, nothing wrong with, their Gem and holograms or Transformers or any of that stuff, but
no, the Transformers comics is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and they put out some of the best hardcovers out there. Those Phase 2 Transformers hardcovers are great.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't take much for a company to lose an IP, Hasbro, I need to say never mind.
All it needs to happen is Disney come in and buy everything and say, okay, right, no more.
This is interesting. When you mentioned IDW, I recognize that IDW did Saucer Country, but it was originally a Vertigo title. And that's weird. I thought I was buying a Vertigo book, and it was published by IDW.
There were other books like that.
Sorry?
There were other books like that too. I can't remember what the other Vertigo book was that was originally published by Vertigo, but it went over to IDW. Or like Sam Keith's Max. It was originally published by Image Comics, and IDW started doing the recoloring on it.
Yeah, I need to read
the ROM rights. They don't have the original rights, but they got the new rights for ROM.
That freaking shit really aggravates me about the ROM rights at Marvel, because they are. I don't know how they're gonna reprint some of these issues of like Hulk. Like I don't think we'll ever get a complete Hulk run unless they. Wait, didn't one of the Hulk trades out ROM, the character, or they just leave out the entire issue? It was the what's his name run? Oh, the guy that created Rocket Raccoon. I'm drawing a blank here.
No?
Sadly, he was in a car accident and is now.
Shit.
Bill Mantlo. Like one of his Hulk trades had ROM featured in it, and I think they either left out the entire issue or they whited out the character of ROM.
That's weird.
Yeah, I can't stand that, man. Especially with collections. I want the entire thing.
Well, I never thought we would get a Master of Kung Fu collection because of the rights for that, but those came out.
Yeah.
And people went crazy for them. I don't know if people were still interested in those Master of Kung Fu omnibus, but I remember they came out, people went nuts.
Yeah, they sold out. Like a couple of the variants sold out.
What else we got going on there?
People are talking about Twin Peaks a lot. I haven't seen the new season, but I love the original series.
I know better than to trust Twin Peaks because that first series fucked with me too much.
Yeah. I was a big fan of the first series in the movie.
I mean, fucking like it was weird, like backwards talking midget in the red room kind of stuff. I mean, it's just.
Oh, Lynch! Yeah, Lynch was very notorious for using like sounds and stuff for just freaking you out.
But it just finding out who the killer was and stuff, I was just like, I'm not buying it. I just kind of just lost interest at that point.
This season's supposed to be awesome of Twin Peaks. With
yeah, I haven't seen it.
A lot less headfuckery going on. But it's still supposed to be awesome. Well, I know, but I mean, it's not absurd levels like it was in season 2 of Twin Peaks. He really stepped up. It's like season 1. It's like season 1 head game type stuff.
Definitely check it out.
Maybe we can get more to do a crossed bind.
God, can you imagine if they sent it back and said we're not doing this?
I've never had that happen. I've never been told no. I've had I like to do my own table of contents, and I've had some of the printing people that have done it like, yeah, this is copyrighted character, so we can't do it. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just take it to Kinko's. Print it myself.
Huh. They wouldn't wait. Say that again. They wouldn't.
So No, it's not the binding company. It's like when I like to make my own table of contents.
Oh, okay.
So within my own table of contents, I do something similar to like what most of these books do, and add graphics and things like that to the table of contents. And I can't remember where I was. I was getting them printed out for like my Outsiders and Teen Titans Omnis that I did, and they were like, "Yeah, we can't print these because they're copyrighted characters." And I said, "All right, cool." I just took myself to Kinko's and did it there. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think it depends on who's doing it, but yeah, nobody over there seemed to have a problem.
Okay, why don't we do 5 more minutes of questions and general bullshitting.
I guess Clark Nato is saying that the showrunners for Riverdale are doing Sabrina next.
Ooh.
And Afterlife with Archie for season 3? That'd be fucking cool. But I love Riverdale. Well, I love Veronica.
Yeah, you love Veronica, I was going to say.
Yeah, she's easy on the eyes.
Yeah, I'll pick her up in a DeLorean.
I think she's of age. She's too old for you.
Well, I guess I'll just make a sacrifice this one time for the really hot girl that plays Veronica.
John is asking if I heard the Jimmy Kimmel interviews on episodes of Howard Stern. Yes, they were awesome, especially one with Jeff the Vomit Guy. That was incredibly disgusting. Yeah, they were really funny. Those were hilarious episodes of Howard Stern. Those are great.
I've never really listened to Howard Stern except for those times when he had his show on E!
Oh, yeah. Gosh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I used to listen to him many years ago. I think he's on, what is he now, on Sirius XM, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Better than
many
ever.
years ago. Really?
Oh, my gosh. He's so funny. So funny. I can't get over it.
I think he was the one I remember that brought out Kid Rock. That's back when I was listening to him. He's
Right.
like, yeah, man, I found this guy. He's like a redneck rapper, and he has a little midget that goes on stage. Yeah, and he was talking about Kid Rock.
Doomfella, are you being serious? Please, what superhero deserves a limited edition fast food burger? He's asked it twice now. He must be serious.
Limited edition fast food burger? The Cross?
The crust. The crust.
The crust.
The crust cannibal burger.
Man, I don't even know how to answer that.
I wouldn't mind like a Trans-Metropolitan burger where it's just made out of questionable like processed food that we have now.
I'm surprised nobody's like done like a Hulk burger, right? Like, but then I guess green meat would turn people off.
Or gray meat.
Yeah. No, thanks to that.
Gosh, I don't know. I'm looking around my library. I'm trying to think. You could have a sweet tooth milkshake.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I am not current on Preacher. I think I need to watch the rest of season 2. I didn't even think it was over. But I liked the first season. I thought it was good. I didn't think... I mean, I knew going into Preacher... Have you guys watched Preacher?
I have not.
Okay.
No.
Have you read the comics?
Yeah.
Okay. So I knew going into Preacher, like, you knew that everything they did in the comic books. It's
Right.
Fucked up.
too blasphemous in the comic books, but I like the route they were going. So it's a good series. I kind of, after watching a few episodes of season 1, I really got hooked on it. So I need to finish out season 2.
I would like a Fantastic Four burger where it looks like where the buns look like the rocky scales on the thing.
You could have it flame grilled by the Human Torch.
There you go.
Twin Peaks. No, you got to suffer through all of Twin Peaks, even the movie. Yeah, I remember when that show was coming out, Jess. Do you remember that?
Twin Peaks?
Yeah, and it was so popular in Japan that they released it in Japan first before it came out in America.
The first show?
No, the movie.
The
Fire.
movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have the soundtrack to that movie.
Do you have the vinyl?
I do, yeah.
Of course you do. I shouldn't have asked. That's awesome.
I just got great vinyl today to Sid and Nancy, one of the great soundtracks on colored vinyl. God, I love this movie and I love this soundtrack.
Yeah, it's like awesome soundtrack. Fire Walk With Me. Yeah.
Let's see. What is this on? This is on Blood Red vinyl. Sid and Nancy. The heroin overdose twins. Yeah, I haven't seen Firewalk With Me, but I love the soundtrack.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
I really love that movie. I think it's good.
Can I see it without... I mean, I saw the first season of Twin Peaks. Can I watch it without having seen the second season? Because it lost me after about the first 2 episodes of the second season.
Yeah, once they revealed the killer, you're like, fuck. What?
Yeah, wait. So you didn't see who killed Laura?
Mm-mm. It lost me.
Huh. Yeah, it got kind of crazy. So I mean, you can watch it. It doesn't really ruin anything because again, it happens before the series. Like, I think it might. Yeah, John. Yeah, it's a prequel. So John P. 1984.
It's a prequel, just watch it now. Okay, I'm signing off and going to watch it.
It's in caps, man. You got to.
I know he talks in caps a lot. He's Italian.
Anybody watching The Tick on Amazon?
No, is it good?
It's good. It's fun. It's fun. Everybody's been talking about like Defenders or Game of Thrones, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm watching The Tick.
Yeah, that's what my daughter and I are. My daughter's a huge Game of Thrones fan, and she's helping me catch up to it. We just got done with season 1, and we're starting season 2 on Sunday.
Oh man.
Oh, Jess, I'm so jealous you're watching it for the first time. But I'm sure you know a lot of spoilers by now, right?
I don't, and don't spoil anything on the spoiler episode.
Season 1 of season 1, episode 9 of Game of Thrones. I know you said we got to wrap this up. Season 1, episode 9, the ball, whatever the statue's name is. That is one of the best episodes of any television show I've ever seen.
Wait, what happened in it? I mean, I just saw it.
You finished out season 1, right?
Correct.
All right, that's the one where Ned off.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never seen that in a television show where the main character dies, like in the first season.
I know.
Not the first few episodes, not the final episode of the series, the first season, not even the last episode of the first season. And I remember I was watching it, and my wife came in to tell me a stupid story, and I was like, as the sword is about to go down and cut his head off, and I stopped her at the door, and I'm like, stop! And the sword went down.
Just from the action, he was going to die.
Right, but that became a joke after Game of Thrones, though. After Game of Thrones season 2, like that kind of became the joke. Like, this is unheard of, like, at least for me. So after that, I'm like, oh, this show is never gonna get like picked up. I never thought that show would take off, mainly because it's HBO and the budgeting restrictions they always have on shows like this, and maybe because any fucking show I ever enjoy on HBO, like Deadwood, always gets canceled. So I was like, I'm just gonna go read the books because they're never gonna finish this, and I'm glad it picked up and everybody's watching it. So,
oh man, I was ranting and raving to my daughter. I was like, "Wait, what? How? This guy's the main guy, isn't he? What?
Right,
how can he? How's this happening?" And she goes, "Oh, don't get attached to any character." She said, "Don't fall in love with any single character. They are all." And I'm like, seriously? I mean, he's the star. How is this happening? And I was just like, whoa, this series is amazing.
Absolutely, man.
That show, it's funny, the first few seasons, I've only seen like the first 3 or 4 seasons, but every season, it's kind of a slow build-up, but always episode 8 is the big episode. Always episode 8 of the season, always the one where like the Ned thing happens, or
the second to last one is where everything's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's always that one, it seems like.
Yeah, and then like for the last couple of seasons, they threw you off though, especially this last season because it only had 7 episodes.
Well, I lost interest once Daenerys signed a thing saying she wasn't. Jess took it. I wasn't talking about any spoilers, Jess. It's okay.
You done ruining it?
It wasn't even a spoiler.
I heard something.
Yeah, no, just the actress is no longer doing nude scenes.
Oh yeah, okay, I did hear that.
That's I lost interest in the show.
Right. Well, that's one thing. That's one thing that Howard Stern rants about is that she won't do nude scenes anymore.
Well, I think she did in this season. Like they must have paid her a shit ton of money. Yeah, she's hot. And there's still plenty of male nudity, you know, Gabe. Just saying. Frontal male nudity, baby.
That's what I was watching for. You guys ever watch Spartacus?
I haven't. I heard that it's good though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But it was weird because I was watching Arrow, and the guy that plays Deathstroke in Arrow was in.
Manu. What's his name? Manu. Yeah. Pinhead or something like that.
Yeah, he was in Spartacus, and he was like full on weighing all the time, and I was like, oh, I think that's more times than I wanted to.
Full on weighing.
Full on weighing, just like Dr. Manhattan weighing on fucking Watchmen.
That was the first time I ever saw Tom Hardy in a movie. Was It was that Bronson movie where he just takes off all his clothes and starts wrestling everybody, and it's like full frontal nudity.
Oh, I've never seen that.
And I was like, oh, this guy's playing Bane. That's awesome.
I haven't seen that movie either.
Yeah, it was okay.
All right. Well, I think that's probably about all the male nudity we need to talk about.
Oh, darn.
So, Omar, where can our viewers find you and your channel in real life?
In real life. Thanks again for having me, guys. And it is on YouTube. We have a show called Near Mint Condition, where my friends and I get together once a week to talk about a bunch of geeky shit like this. Very much like this. So
Nice. Well, it's been great having you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you showing up. That's cool.
And Gabe, where can our viewers find you?
Everybody could find me here on YouTube as well as Gabe Infinity Watch. And you can also find me on Facebook in the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group, comic swap and sell trade. Something, whatever. Omnibus.
Man, I'm part of that group too. I love that group.
Yeah, you are part of that group.
I sold Jess some books in that group.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, man.
What did I get from you? Did I get Man of Steel from you?
You did. And you were willing to pay me what I was asking for. And I was like, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to pretend like you offer me 100 and I'll take 110, meet you halfway.
That's right. Yeah, you were sitting there saying, listen, pal, let me tell you a little bit about bargaining. You need to haggle. And I'm like, oh, okay. You haggled yourself down on price. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I got those books right here. They're right there. Where are you? Let's see. There's Man of Steel right there.
Yeah. Oh, those spines. DC spines.
Yeah.
And anybody wants if anybody's got a good deal on a Astonishing X-Men omnibus, hit me up.
Oh, is that one you need?
I need the Astonishing X-Men. Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
I will too.
When I travel, I usually keep an eye out for things that are out of print. Mainly for the group, and I usually post it. I'm like, hey, does anybody need this?
Yeah, that's cool of you. I really appreciate when people do that.
A lot of people do it. It's really nice, man.
Yeah, they do. I don't know that there's another group like it on Facebook.
Not that we'll just tell people, hey, I'm at a comic book shop for the next 20 minutes. If anybody wants this Astonishing X-Men for cover price plus tax, let me know.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, especially when you know, hey, I could probably flip this for more. And people are always willing to just, pay it forward to somebody else.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
That's a good point.
I got Valiant hardcovers for trade for it too. I might just trade some Valiant stuff.
Oh, for Astonishing X-Men?
Yeah, I got all the out of print Valiant stuff.
And I'm gonna answer Clark Nado's question with Tim Curry's Pennywise is definitely sexier than Harley Quinn.
He wants to know why.
Why is Pennywise sexier?
I'm not answering that part.
Okay, and you can find me here on this channel, Omnidog's Vault. I didn't know how to get into. I tried getting into the Omnibros channel, and I just couldn't do it in the time allotted. I couldn't figure out how to sign into it, Gabe. I just, I don't know. It didn't give me the option.
Oh, no worries. We'll figure it out.
Okay. But you can find me here on Omnidog's Vault and also on Riley Moore's The Omnibus Collectors Comic Swap and Community Facebook page. So we are signing off. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you both for being on. This was great.
No, man, that's what it's all about, dude. We'll see everybody again next Thursday.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Omar. And thank you, Gabe.
Hey, shout out to Gio. I hope he's okay. I haven't heard from that guy in a couple of days.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I think they're all out of power, right? Like the entire country of Puerto Rico.
The whole country's out of power.
All the power. I think like cell phone towers are down too. Like they're pretty fucked up right now. I hope he's okay.
So mad prayers to that whole place, man.
Yeah, we're thinking of you, Gio. We hope you're okay. I don't like not hearing from you because I usually can dial him up and hear from him at any time. All right. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Night, guys.
Night.